What's going on YouTube? It's your host Bruce GNT, and for today's video we're going to go over what's going on in South Fulton. So apparently their mayor Khalid Kamau, they want him audited because his spending is looking a little bit fishy. And look, my thing is this: if you can show that your spending is justified and that you have a reason for going to the place that you've been going to, that's completely fine. But all of this is public. The public can look this up, and they can pretty much request to see what the money is being spent on. So why would you think it would be smart to use a government issued credit card essentially to do nonsense? And this also isn't his first time getting into some type of trouble. So we're going to dive right in, and then we're going to jump into the council meeting because it kind of went into depth a little bit more and showed the dysfunction of these city officials. And I'll give you my thoughts after.
Council to audit its mayor, and the mayor's response is equally alarming.
I do think that there is a lot of political posturing happening, which is why the news is here.
Atlanta News First, Bridget Spencer, live in the city of South Fulton. Bridget, the mayor, he was heated. He walked out of the meeting.
He certainly was not happy to hear about these allegations. This mayor has been under the microscope before, but now his spending habits are getting the criticism.
You decided to go over to Africa for 20 days and not notify any of us.
A heated exchange unfolding between Councilmember Helen Willis and Mayor Khalid Kamau, now known as Mayor Kobe, in South Fulton.
I am so distressed and disappointed that the blackest city in the United States of America is heading into Black History Month with its all-black council tearing each other down.
New allegations against the mayor, accusing him of misusing taxpayer dollars.
Well, of course, the airline travel has been a big concern because it looks like he's jet setting all over the world on taxpayers' dollars.
Documents shared with Atlanta News First show thousands of dollars being spent on airline travel and other online purchases.
The pool table as well. We did have, a conference table, office furniture, things like that, a gaming center, and a media room. Things that are very frivolous and not our priority.
This is not an international city at this point, so I'm not sure exactly what it was.
In a work session, council moved to order an audit of the mayor's spending on his city business, or P card. Roger Bruce lives in South Fulton and also helped draft the city charter, which made the city a weak mayor form of government, which limits the mayor's authority.
As we were creating the city, putting the charter together, we didn't know who the mayor was going to be. And so the idea was to get someone in here, a city manager.
Councilmember Gum says they already have a firm in mind to conduct the audit.
We still don't know what this spending was for, so he owes the taxpayer an explanation.
Now, as we mentioned, the mayor did walk out in the middle of the meeting right before this item came up on the agenda. We did reach out to the mayor for comment, but did not hear back. We're live in South Fulton. Bridget.
So before we jump into the city council meeting, because I actually have it pulled up, it's 5 hours long, but we're going to skim through it and get out the parts that I really want to address. So before we jump into that, what is it with cities, towns, states that are run predominantly by black people, right? That are just going to shit. Excuse my language. What is up with that? Like I'm so confused because over in Dalton and Thornton Township, they got Tiffany Henyer that is a total mess. I haven't really been covering her, but I really want to. I just need to compile like a whole video for her. Will be coming soon, I promise. And then there's Tishara Jones that's over in St. Louis, where apparently she has some of the same flight patterns that Tiffany Henyer had when it came to vacation I'm not gonna say vacation, when it comes to just traveling around. Like she spent, I want to say, over 12% of her time while she was in office just not in the city that she's supposed to govern. And then now we have this dude right here, Khalid Kamau, who spent 20 days in Africa, totaling maybe, I want to say he spent over $20,000, and now it's to the point where the city council members are like, yo, we got to audit you because some funky shit's going on. What is going on with our black leaders? And the reason why I say that, because even Karen Bass, she hasn't had anything like significant happen where it was like, oh, she's under investigation or she might be audited and whatnot. Nothing like that. But during the LA fires when they first started, she was late to come back because she was in Ghana. For what? For what? You're supposed to be in California, but you're in Ghana. And then London Breed, she got voted out in San Francisco because she did such a terrible job. Like, and I'm not even gonna talk about, Chicago, Brandon Johnson, that idiot. Eric Adams in New York. Like, I could keep listing them off. What's going on with our black elected officials that all this controversy and all this, nonsense is going on? And the reason why it seems so prevalent and like in your face is because there's not many of us that are in these elected positions, whether it's mayor, governor, or whatever have you. So now it's just like there's a spotlight and they're effing it up. So I'm just confused. And then when you take a little peek and you dig a little bit deeper, you see that they're misusing funds and doing nonsense with it. Like, and I hate saying it like this, but I love my people and I gotta hold them accountable. Doing some straight ghetto shit. Brandon Johnson spending an exorbitant amount of money to get haircuts. That dumbass mohawk. Tiffany Henyard flying jet setting. Tashawa Jones doing the exact same thing as Tiffany Henyard. Karen Bass over in Africa. Why? No one knows. To celebrate, the Ghanaian president that they just newly elected. But you're supposed to be the mayor of LA? I'm confused. Khalid Kamau spending 20 days in Africa and not telling anybody he was going, and then all this money that he's spending. Like, we beg and ask for, representation. Then when we get it, nonsense ensues. Because this is an all-black council. And look what's happening. Look at the nonsense. Why is no one holding each other accountable? But it is what it is. Let's jump right into the council meeting.
All right. The chair recognizes Councilwoman Willis.
Mayor, I really was going to let this go, but I can't continue to sit here and allow you to make it seem like we're the villains and you're the victim. Now, those cameras are in the back of the room, not because of us. We would love to come to a meeting and just go through this agenda and have a professional meeting and do the business of the people and go home. But it was you who want to sit around and call us the blackest city and say we want to tear each other down. We're not tearing you down. You took your black behind over to Africa for 20 days and didn't tell anybody. No, he called us a blacker city, and that was disrespectful. We keep telling him that.
Mayor, please recognize my point of order. Mayor.
The chair recognizes.
You can see Councilwoman Gums, I think that's her name. She was tapping her, like, trying to, like, have her calm down. This is another point that I kind of find annoying, and I hate saying this because I understand the frustration, but doing this in front of, the people that you're governing at, like, right here, I understand the frustration, but not right now. Like, we don't need this to be shown with the cameras. Like, this is not what we need to be seen. Yes, I understand the frustration because yet again, someone's using identity politics to be like they're holding me accountable. Why would other black people do that? Because they're tired. That nonsense he said about how they're tearing him down going into Black History Month. What does that have to do with anything? They want to know why you're spending money haphazardly for nonsense, as was what was previously shown and stated. That's what they want to know. But let's keep going.
Recognizes the Mayor Pro Tem for her point of order.
So my point of order is that we have a civility pledge. Everyone see this? This is on every council person's desk. Okay, and I will read it as part of this point of order. The City of South Fulton civility pledge: the way we govern ourselves is often as important as the positions we take. Our collective decisions will be better when differing views have had the opportunity to be fully vetted and considered. All people have the right to be treated with respect, courtesy, and openness. We value all input. We commit to conduct ourselves at all times with civility and courtesy to each other. I, Linda Becker Pritchett, pledge to behave in this manner on this evening in this council meeting. And with that, I yield.
Thank you, Councilwoman
I have
Pritchett.
not yielded.
Your
I understand.
Attorney Kelly, we've had a point of order. It has been acknowledged. What are my options for ruling on this point of order? Someone has to yield the mic.
you've acknowledged the point of order, it would go back to the speaker.
All right. Returning to Councilwoman Willis.
So let me rephrase what I said. You have made us appear to be the villain. And a part of the civility is to be respectful and not lie on your colleagues. And that's what you consistently do. We have asked you to stop with the terminology black, 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 black. It does not matter. You decided to go over to Africa for 20 days and not notify any of us on this thesis, not even your pro tem. We got back from the retreat and we were blindsided by all the commentary. And so now we are here to address this and let our residents know that that we are addressing the issues that were brought before us. The cameras are back there because of you, not us. So please stop making us appear that we are the villain. I am tired, frustrated, because this has been going on for 8 years.
Mr. Clerk, is there anyone else in the queue? All right, seeing and hearing none. Mr. Clerk, would you please pull up the queue?
Mayor Pro Tem Sebastian says he's in the truth.
It is now 9 o'clock. Well, we're approaching 9 o'clock. This meeting began at 4 p.m. with a timed agenda. An approximated agenda to end at 9 o'clock. I do have a hard stop at 9 o'clock, so I will turn it over to our Mayor Pro Tem, Linda Pritchett.
Good night, Mr. Mayor.
And Buddy just bumps out. I'm gonna keep my eyes on this because I'm actually really interested to see how this turns out, because a lot of things are coming to light when it comes to our elected officials, whether they're white or black. I don't really care, but I'm just noticing that there's a trend of a lot of elected officials being black and then having the same issue of just being gone and not having their responsibilities taken care of, and or spending a whole lot of money, taxpayer money, mind you. The whole thing is just ridiculous. Honestly, the whole thing's ridiculous. I do respect the council member for honestly telling her, hey, look, you know, we have a civility clause, X, Y, and Z, and I understand her frustration at the same time. But the last thing we need is for this to devolve into the nonsense that's going on over in Dalton and Thornton Township, where it's just a whole lot of ghetto mess where people are just fighting. The whole thing is just plain ridiculous. Yeah, like I said, this one's gonna be a short video. I just want to get this out there so I could, like, you know, keep up with it and then let you guys know exactly what's going on, because who knows, maybe some of you live in South Fulton, you have family in South Fulton, or you just want to know what's happening. And I kind of have been slacking when it comes to like the news in Atlanta, but not anymore. We're gonna work on that. But that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment down below, tell me your thoughts, tell me what you think is going on. If you live in South Fulton, let me know what's happening, because I pass by there every now and then, but I'm not really in there to get the pulse of what's really going on. So let me know down in the comments, and subscribe if you want more. Peace.